Is this the latest battle in the war for trans rights, or quite possibly one of the greatest trolls ever? So recently, a teacher in Canada, Ontario, Canada, has gone viral. You probably wouldn't have seen this on the BBC 6 o'clock news, but it's everywhere else. Yes, why did they go viral? Teachers don't usually go viral, at least not for teaching. And this is the case here. Well, this particular teacher, a male who decided one day that they were in fact female, and then proceeded to, as part of their redefinition of their gender identity, came to school dressed rather interestingly, rather outlandishly, some might even say. What do I mean by all this? Well, you are going to find out. That is why you come here, and I am not going to disappoint you on this occasion. Let's hop on over to the Daily Mail. This is a piece by Meghan McCain, and I think it'll give you a pretty good insight into what we're talking about here, the complexities involved. And then let's, as we sift through the various details, maybe there's in fact a whole other side to this story. You can judge for yourself by the end. I'm merely the guide. Right, Meghan McCain for the Daily Mail. A school, quote, protecting a teacher's right to wear massive triple X rated fake boobs in class isn't about trans rights. It's final proof we are paralysed by insane political correctness. This is a piece, it's obviously an opinion piece, but I think we can kind of get through all the details from this piece. Let's see what Meghan McCain, what her take on it is. This is published a couple of days ago. It was a sight behold, says Meghan, spreading like wildfire across the internet this week. It surely did. This week were amateur videos and pictures of a trans female shop teacher wearing enormous fake silicone breasts that droop well below the waistline with large visible nipples and no bra. You see? Yeah, the world is going mad, and I say crack open a beer, sit back and observe. There's not much you can do about it that I can see so far. As if this couldn't get any more ridiculous, writes Meghan, the blonde wig-wearing teacher was filmed demonstrating how to operate a cut-off saw while wearing tight black shorts and a striped top that really accentuated the bizarrely oversized prosthetics. Yes, if you're kind of a little bit... stripes don't work for you. If you're a little bit kind of bigger, big boned or whatever, stripes are not your friend. Just a little fashion tip there. I learned that a while ago from somebody. Anyway, let's go on. This is not the fashion channel. Meghan continues, it was a minor miracle the teacher successfully operated. Are you getting a shot? You get the head. Oh, there's more. The best bit's yet to come. It was a minor miracle. Female, we all have to go along with this now. If he, she, it, they say they're female, then that's the end of the matter. Bigot. It was a minor miracle the teacher successfully operated such a dangerous tool, considering the obvious impediments. You really have to see it to believe it. But the teacher resembles a cartoon, or as Tucker Carlson reported, intentionally modelling herself after Japanese anime porn. I don't know what that is. Actually, I don't know what that is. Put simply, this is an adult living out a sexual fetish of some sort. Are you ready? Go for it. What do you think of those bazungas? All right, there you go. Some dangerous machinery there. And there's a buzzsaw as well, as far as I can see. Right, there's a poor lad in the background. I can't see his face. Thankfully, because he's a minor, can't. And I'd say he's wondering what school have I come to today? Well, you walk in and that's your teacher in the woodwork shop. Wasn't like that back in my day, I can tell you. We got a video here. We have a video. Can we play this? Will this work? Check this out. There you go. Yeah, how to operate a circular saw, whatever that is there. Yeah, okay, be careful now. Careful now. All right. And today's lesson. Telling you, school wasn't like that. It was nothing like that when I was at school. Nothing like that. Thankfully, I lived in probably the last days of sanity, because somewhere along the line the thing has gone horribly wrong. Let's continue with the article. When I first saw the images, I thought surely this was a crass prank or a mean-spirited attempt to mock the transgender community. There is a bit of that around, not as much as they'd lead you to believe, but there is a bit. There is no way a public school will permit an adult to dress in that way to teach children, right? Wrong. In fact, Ontario, Canada's Halton District School Board Chairman Margot Shuttleworth defended the teacher, saying she began identifying as female last year. That's what you can do these days. Yeah. It's true. In a recent letter to parents, the school implied it was illegal to say the big fake boobs and skimpy clothing were at all inappropriate. Illegal. Can't say it's Canada. Canada's in bad shape, guys. It's in bad shape. Bill C-16. If you don't know what that is, you should look it up. It's things are this is how they said it would go, the critics, and you're getting the bang of it now. Saying the teacher has a right to identify as transgender. Quote, gender identity and gender expression are protected grounds under the Ontario Human Rights Code, the letter read. The Halton District School Board also said they are creating a safety plan to ensure the teachers' gender rights will be upheld. Has the world gone completely and utterly insane, says Megan. Yeah, pretty much. Just like the classic folktale, The Emperor's New Clothes, everyone that gazes upon this Ontario teacher knows that something is deeply wrong with her presentation. But they don't say anything about it, because you can't, because it's illegal. Somebody might get offended. Somebody somewhere at some point might get offended, and Lord knows we can't have that in this day and age. No, offence? No, illegal. And in a sign of the times, this fairy tale is XXX. It's rated XXX. Yes, it is. This is not about gender rights, says Megan, or tolerance or transgenderism. Of course, adults are free to express their gender identity and sexuality in a way if they're choosing, and I agree. Yeah, absolutely they can. Sure, I have no problem with that. This is about political correctness and the overwhelming fear of offending, going so far beyond anything resembling reason that absolutely anything and everything is now accepted, no matter how bizarre it is, or in this case harmful to children's education. How could it not be distracting, to say the least? And that's what truly disturbs me. Well, it disturbed me too when I saw it, because I did see this floating around. I thought, oh my God. Because, I mean, take a look at the pictures there, you can see them. This guy's a high school this person is a high school teacher, okay, and I don't know what classes they teach, but it's obviously woodwork or engineering or something along those lines, and they're dealing with adolescent, as you can see here, adolescent young males. Now there's probably maybe some girls in there as well, I don't know, but the only people I can see in the pictures are adolescent males who are at a very funny age. If you know anything about adolescent males, there's a lot of stuff going on at the age these guys are at. Into this mix, this maelstrom of human development, of male development, then you throw something that is, from the picture as you can see, it's hyper sexualized, like it's cartoonish. It's and what's worse, that's bad enough. What's worse is the guys there, they could be girls and guys, I don't know, they have to go. They can't not go to school. They have to, by law, get up in the morning, put on a uniform or clothes or whatever, maybe there's no uniform here, and go to school. They gotta go. So this guy has this person has a captive audience of adolescent males, and they're hypersexualizing themselves in a fetishistic, if that's a word, a fetishistic way. It's just, that's the bit that really got to me when I saw it. But let's continue on. We'll finish off with Megan here, because I think we have to. You can kind of see from the pictures there, you kind of see what we're dealing with here, what we're working with here. You can see what we're working with here. It's yeah, there's a lot going on. Just think for a moment, says Megan, imagine being a child in this classroom in pursuit of sexual fetish. Your teacher dresses in a manner designed to shock or do other things. The silicone breasts are not breasts that resemble that of any woman's actual proportions, and trust me, I know, well, she is a woman. She identifies as a woman. In what world does this make sense? Yet you, a child who has endured COVID lockdowns and mask wearing and repeated nasal swabs for 2 years, must put your head down and learn. Sure, teachers have a right to be respected, but so do students. Yes, in a civilised society it's understood that one person's rights end when they begin to impede on another person's rights. I'm with that, yeah. Can we really say this teacher's intentionally distracting attire is not detrimental to the student's education? Of course not. No, look, they had to order it. They had to go online and order these things. You could probably get any size you want, but this is the size they chose. This is the size they wanted, and this is the size they are wearing. So yeah, this is purely intentional. This is not an accident. This is outlandish, and it's intentionally outlandish. Right, there's another picture. You can see the full extent there. Well, now you can. They're so big, it's hard to get them all in shot. But come on now, really? Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad I'm old sometimes, you know. I'm glad I'm old. The result. As a Canadian, this Canadian outrage is obvious. Okay, gender is the most dangerous issue of our time and the most likely to get you cancelled if you step out of line. Don't believe me? Ask J.K. Rowling. Well, she said a few things that the trans community, or some people in the trans community, didn't like, and she suffered for it. But let's have a quick word from our sponsor.
Hi there, my name is Sean Green, and I am the founder and CEO of BigAssFakeTitties.com. Recently, you might have seen a viral news story about a shop teacher in Canada wearing our products. Specifically, our Series 8 Z-Cup silicone breasts. Bigots have been using this story to push an anti-transgender narrative while also claiming that wearing big-ass fake titties while operating heavy machinery can be dangerous. We want to assure everyone that over here at BigAssFakeTitties.com, we take safety very seriously. Big-ass fake titties come with anti-catch nipples so you can work safely in any environment. Whether it's an auto mechanic shop, a wood shop, a tool and die shop, you name it, you can rest assured that here at BigAssFakeTitties.com, we have your safety as our number one concern. Big Ass Fake Titties make great gifts from bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, bar mitzvahs, birthdays, and even stocking stuffers. But just make sure you got a big enough stocking. Just picture the look on old St. Nick's face when he sees those huge knockers. His dick will be so hard he'll have to leave through the front door. And in solidarity with that shop teacher in Canada, for a limited time only, our big ass fake titties are 40% off. Now for the low price of only $458.99, you can have your own big ass fake titties. And our big ass fake titties are so realistic looking, people won't even know that you got big ass fake titties. They'll think they're real. It'll just be our little secret. Don't forget our website, BigAssFakeTitties.com. That website again is www.
Thanks.
Got BigAssFakeTitties.com.
Okay. Thanks to Danny Polish for the sponsorship there. So you all know where to get your own pair of big balubas. Well, that's some of my Christmas gifts sorted. What's a Twitter sphere think of this? All right. Well, you can imagine they've been having a bit of fun with it. Go back, we effed up. Yep. Okay. All right. Yeah. So the Twitter sphere has been having a bit of a field day with this, but But I told you there could be a sting in the tail of this one. There could be a sting in the tail. And what is the sting? Now, I present for you because it's only popped up. I only saw it popping up today. And it may put this whole thing in a totally different context, and a large part of me wants it to be true. So take a quick look at this, if you will. Hyper Viper Villa put this up, and if you want to read along with me, here's another alternative take on what might be going on with this whole issue. Now this is anonymous, so you don't know. It's something that's popped out. It could be true, might not be true, might be a troll. The whole thing might be a troll. According to this tweeter or whatever, this dude, I'm reading what it says here. This dude is gaming the system, and Anon here yesterday was in this dude's class. This teacher was almost fired for, quote, toxic masculinity last year, as well as not embracing woke culture. He dropped red pills to his class, such as how silly gender-neutral bathrooms are. The school board hates him. He's now upping the ante to exploit the very clown world the school and society itself created. His long game is most likely to get fired and then sue for discrimination. There's no other explanation, no better way to troll clown world than to become an over-the-top caricature of a woman. Now, I don't know, that's an anonymous thing, but a large part of me wants to think that's true, because if it is, and this guy was, as they say, he was a... He was not the favourite, let's say, of the school board for his, quote, toxic masculinity, and the fact that he wasn't going along with all the woke bullcrap that's about these days, and the ever increasing layer upon layer upon layer of rules and rules about rules, which eventually leads you to where the school board essentially had to come out and defend this. They had to defend it because they made the rules, and he just pushed the rules, if this is true, to the absolute, to the extent of where you could push them, and you end up with lunacy, with a lunacy-filled situation here that's just outlandish in its craziness. But if you make stupid rules, then end up with stupid situations. What's the mystery? There's no mystery there. So there you go. There's the story, and that's a doozy. It's an example. I think it's an example of where we're at today. There's this great forward momentum that seems unstoppable. It's a rush, it's a torrent, it's a raging inferno of legislation and rules and regulations, and what you can't say and what you can say, and what you could say last year you can't say this year, and it seems like the thing is just a snowball rolling down a hill. And I don't know which side of the situation this person is coming from, or what their aim is, but they are certainly pushing a set of rules and regulations, and a law in Canada's case, that whilst set up for a good place, virtuous place, to protect people and to not cause offence to people, which is all very laudable, there's another side to this. If you don't think these things out properly, then you will end up with, one, people can abuse the thing to high heaven, which some people can do. Maybe this guy is doing it to highlight a point, maybe he's not, I don't know. Sorry, this woman, they, them, she, it, whatever. You get the point. What you could say last year, you can't say this year. What you could do last year, you can't do this year. It's happening at a pace that I think is disconcerting for society. People like change to be gradual. Everybody can kind of get their head around it. Everybody knows where they're at. The pace of change now, since the internet age, for my money, is at a frightening pace where it's almost impossible for normal middle of the road people to keep up with it. They simply are. They don't know what's in, what's out, what you can and can't say, what you can and can't do. They don't know anymore because it's happening. It's changing so fast that you just simply can't keep up with it unless you literally live on the internet and follow all these things, which most people don't. They're far too busy just doing life. So there you go. Good tale. I'm going to follow this one, and maybe you will too now that you know about it. And so that's the Christmas shopping sorted.